2 victories, 21 wins by knockout from London, England, the undefeated champion, AJ Anthony Joshua. Let's have everyone seated at this time, ladies and gentlemen.
What we like to see. Everyone loves to see heavyweights and they love to see knockouts, and they got the right man on the card for this job. I'm definitely coming to do what I do best. You know, it's something that's God-given. It's something that I don't have to pressure myself do or others apply pressure on to me. It's something that comes naturally, and I'm coming to do it again this time around as well. So, like Shelly told you, like I always say, don't blink, baby. Bam, good night.
And that's a very tough fight for Deontay Wilder, who is one of the most exciting heavyweights on the planet. For AJ, the run has been incredible. The journey has been incredible, from winning Olympic gold, from winning the World Heavyweight Championship in his 16th fight, the run that he's been on. You know, Dominic Brazil, Eric Molina, Vladimir Klitschko, Carlos Takam unifying against Joseph Parker in a great fight as well. Alexander Povetkin, Andy Ruiz, Kubrat Pulev, Alexander Usyk, many times all around the world. And just to close with the main event, the star of the show, AJ, ready to fight on Saturday night. Not too many words, but I know you're looking to do a demolition job on this man come the weekend.
Yeah, 100%. Thanks to everyone for turning up today. Much appreciated. Yeah, I'm looking to do a good job. What more can I say? I will do a good job.
The analysis of you comes with a territory. Every line that comes out your mouth, someone said he looks tense. I mean, I've never actually seen you more relaxed.
I'm here to fight. I'm not here to party and get caught up in the glitz and glam. I want to fight. I want to perform well. Put that pressure on myself. Of course I'm tense because I want to perform. I want to win. I got that urge to win, and I want to hurt my opponent as well.
Deontay, anything to say to that? I mean, these words did leave your mouth. It sounds like you're coming here with bad intentions.
Well, you know, I come to do what I do best, you know. That's a sight to get the fans what they want to see, you know. At the end of the day, no one wants to see a 12-round fight. It's a whole bunch of heavyweights up here, and we're the hard hitters. And at the end of the day, people have things to do. And they want to come and see a fight, and after that, they want to go party. So when you're watching me, like I said, don't blink. I'm going to give you what you want to see. And nowadays, my name is called Dr. Sleep. And I definitely got the NyQuil in the right hand, so I hope you bring a pillow and a blanket. It get a little chilly at night.
And then you tip it off with seeing Eddie and Frank within touching distance as well. It's crazy to see.
At last, the fight the world has been craving turns real during this press conference, as Deontay Wilder calls out Anthony Joshua, accusing him of fleeing before and exposing cracks in his confidence, while the tension sharpens and both men edge closer to a brutal face-off fans have relentlessly demanded.
Ran from you, and you're going to take it out on him for running from you. Tell us a little bit more about that. You really think he didn't want to fight you once upon a time?
Yeah, I truly believe he ran from me. You know, I've heard that he said that he's confident that he's gonna knock me out, but I kind of hard to believe, because how can you have confidence in yourself as a challenger and you didn't have confidence in yourself as a champion? It's kind of backwards to me, but whatever floats his boat. We'll see what happens on Saturday night. I can't wait to look. I'm looking forward to sharing the
Anthony Joshua shuts everything down heading into Saturday night, blocking out bigger fight whispers and locking into the present with cold precision, his focus unshaken and absolute, making it clear his mind, body, and energy are all committed to this moment, while Deontay Wilder matches that intensity, both men now fully switched on as the press conference looms with rising tension.
Just to close with the main event, the star of the show, AJ, ready to fight on Saturday night. Not too many words, but I know you're looking to do a demolition job on this man come the weekend.
Yeah, 100%. Thanks to everyone for turning up today. Much appreciated. Yeah, I'm looking to do a good job. What more can I say? I will do a good job.
The analysis of you comes with the territory. Every line that comes out your mouth, someone said, he looks tense. I mean, I've never actually seen you more relaxed.
I'm here to fight. I'm not here to party and get caught up in the glitz and glam. I want to fight. I want to perform well. Put that pressure on myself. Of course I'm tense because I want to perform. I want to win. I got that urge to win, and I want to hurt my opponent as well.
Everybody talking about the bigger fights. I know the focus is Saturday, but so refreshing to have a man talking
Pure focus on Saturday.
And making sure you're focused. He's making sure you're dialed in for Saturday night.
Yeah. Pure focus on Saturday. That's where my heart, my soul, every cell in my body is fully.
Frank Warren reveals that Deontay Wilder truly believes he can win this fight, pushing the stakes to a dangerous edge, while warning that Anthony Joshua cannot afford even the smallest mistake at this stage of his career, with his elite status hanging in the balance, leaving both fighters trapped under crushing pressure to deliver a statement performance.
I've spoken to him, he genuinely thinks he can win this Otto, and AJ can't afford to lose it. He wants to stay at the top on the top table. It's his fights that he's got to win, and he's got to win them in style. It's going to be an exciting fight, there's no doubt about that. I think it will be exciting.
Deontay Wilder delivers a chilling message straight at Anthony Joshua, framing this as a ruthless power test with no escape, confidently predicting a knockout finish and vividly picturing himself standing over his fallen opponent, as the intensity spikes and the press conference crosses the line into something deeply personal and dangerously explosive.
Whose power stronger? Is it you or I? But know that I'm coming to knock you out. I want to stand over your body as I knock you out. And yeah, Bomb Squad! I'll see you soon.
Anthony Joshua insists focus is no longer a question at this stage of his career, revealing a mindset locked in with cold intent, mentally and physically committed with nothing left to drift, as he declares Deontay Wilder his only priority right now and frames this fight as a decisive checkpoint in his journey, while the pressure tightens and he admits that failure here would not just sting but could rewrite everything waiting in his future.
But is it hard to stay focused, or do you find it easy with how long you've been in the game for?
Well, for me personally, it's not hard to stay focused at all. I'm fully locked in. I made a commitment in my life to stay locked in. And my main focus is on Otto Wallen now. And I'm going to perform. I'm going to do my job. I can definitely window shop. I know where I'm going in my life. But I've also got to say, this is the checkpoint. And if I don't get past this, there is no future.
Eddie Hearn confirms negotiations are already in motion, revealing Anthony Joshua's return as being tightly controlled in the shadow of recent events, while projecting sharp confidence from the camp, insisting Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury are both lined up for back-to-back fights, exposing a bold belief that Joshua is ready to step straight into elite-level warfare.
I mean, we have made it clear that we are willing to fight Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury back-to-back. And I'm not being disrespectful that Wilder is a warm-up fight, but AJ's very comfortable to go into that fight next. That's not the basis of the deal that we've been offered, but it's definitely one we're interested in if it was offered. And if they want to look at that route, I think some might perceive that to be a more dangerous option, especially when there's so much riding on Tyson Fury against
Tyson Fury openly praises Deontay Wilder for chasing danger and repeatedly stepping into brutal fights against elite opposition, then sharply contrasts it with Anthony Joshua, suggesting he still has something to prove on the global stage, tightening the pressure around him as the press conference nears and the looming showdown grows heavier and harder to escape.
Anthony Joshua needs to prove himself on the world stage because he's so happy fighting in England and fought a beaten Klitschko after I'd destroyed him mentally and had a war with him in a beaten fighter. So he needs to prove he's willing to step up to the plate and fight the best.
Carl Froch questions Anthony Joshua's confidence heading into a potential clash with Deontay Wilder, hinting at uncertainty over how he would survive Wilder's devastating power, and warning that a single clean right hand could end everything instantly, making it clear that confidence, or the lack of it, will decide the outcome.
I don't know if AJ believes he can beat Deontay. Well, maybe he does, maybe he wants to come back, maybe he wants to fight again, but what happens in that fight? Anthony Joshua in one corner, Deontay Wilder in the other corner, they come together in the centre of the ring. What happens? I honestly can't say what happens. I think if Deontay Wilder throws a couple of meaningful right hands and connects on AJ's chin, then the fight's over. AJ will be knocked out. He's got to fight.
Deontay Wilder turns it deeply personal, revealing that what is unfolding in his city has fueled a darker anger and a sharper urge to hurt Anthony Joshua, explaining that once emotion takes over, his mindset flips completely into destruction mode, adding even more heat to an already explosive press conference build-up.
But this is even more intensified for me. I'm the man with the big right hand, baby. I possess all the power. I'm the most dangerous heavyweight in the business, period, to this day. Okay. You know, so I ain't worrying about.
Eddie Hearn confirms negotiations are already moving in the shadows, with every detail now being processed behind closed doors. Anthony Joshua's return is being carefully timed after a turbulent stretch in his personal life, making every decision feel heavier. Behind the scenes, confidence grows as the team quietly circles both Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury as looming next targets. The plan hints at back-to-back mega fights, an ambition that turns Joshua's comeback into something far more dangerous than expected. Even calling Wilder a warm-up fight sounds provocative, revealing how strongly they believe in Joshua's readiness for elite opposition at this stage now.
Problems, but that's high-level competition. I won't kind of go over everything that I've been studying about him, but let's just say he's got a good mindset. He's spoken a lot, so you know where his head's at. He's game, innit? And that'll be good enough for me. That's good enough to bring the...
Tyson Fury delivers a cutting verdict, placing Deontay Wilder above Anthony Joshua for raw bravery and willingness to gamble everything inside the ring, insisting Wilder has repeatedly embraced danger without hesitation. He points to Wilder's relentless climb through dangerous opposition like Ortiz and even himself, fought in hostile arenas where pressure never fades. Fury then turns the knife, questioning Joshua's global proof, suggesting he still stands short against the very top tier of champions. The pressure thickens around Anthony Joshua as this press conference builds, with Wilder waiting across the stage like a storm ready to break. What emerges is no longer just a debate of skill, but a tightening narrative of legacy, survival, and who has truly endured heavyweight warfare at its peak.
Was making $30 million a fight, fighting anyone in front of 70 to 100,000 fans in England. Why make $50 million to fight a guy who might beat him? Right? Wilder really can beat any. He has chances against anyone because Fury's right. He's one of the great all-time punchers with the right hand. So there's no financial incentive for Joshua to...
Duke McKenzie zeroes in on how Deontay Wilder fully understands the business side of boxing and knows how to build massive fights like this one against Anthony Joshua. He admits it would be better for Wilder to retire, but also acknowledges that Wilder clearly still wants big names like Joshua. The warning comes when he talks about Joshua's power, suggesting he might even hit harder than Wilder. That adds another layer of danger to this matchup, making it unpredictable. Both fighters are seen as genuine knockout threats, which is why this press conference is carrying so much excitement and fear at the same time.
Deontay Wilder knows how to sell a fight, and he's already called out Joshua. That's a big fight. I mean, like I said, I'd love to see him walk away from the sport. Wilder, I'd like to see him say, you know what, I've had enough, but he's already got his eyes on the next one, potentially a fight with Joshua. It's not a good fight to take. It's not a good fight to take. Yeah, Joshua's a big, meaty guy. Joshua's right hand's like probably the hardest. He's probably the hardest punching heavyweight right now. For me, personally, I think he hits harder than Wilder.
Johnny Nelson delivers a controversial warning about Deontay Wilder's current condition, claiming his once feared knockout power may no longer be what it used to be. He questions whether the explosive finishing ability that defined Deontay Wilder's career is still present at elite level. However, he disagrees with certainty, suggesting the debate around Deontay Wilder's form remains dangerously unresolved. This uncertainty intensifies as the face-off with Anthony Joshua approaches, dragging both fighters into a cloud of speculation. Fans are divided, unsure Deontay Wilder is past his peak or still capable of producing a devastating knockout at any moment.
Snapper's gone. Wilder's TNT has gone. Wilder's that punch is gone. He couldn't even let it go. He's just gone. So I don't believe that. I think Carl might be setting the cat amongst the pigeon by.
Carl Froch describes a tense instant where Deontay Wilder openly corners Anthony Joshua, pushing for the fight immediately after the exchange, while Joshua's reaction appears quiet, uncertain, almost hesitant under the weight of the moment. Froch highlights this silence as a sign of possible mental doubt, turning the rivalry into something psychological as much as physical, where belief may matter more than power. He questions whether Joshua truly trusts himself against Wilder's knockout threat, especially if the fight turns ugly early. The tension builds into something unstable, leaving fans split between confidence and fear, unsure whether composure or doubt will decide what happens when they finally stand face to face.
Today, when Deontay Wilder walked from the ring, AJ was stood there looking a bit weird and a bit like confused, like, am I going to do anything? Am I not going to do anything? And Wilder, I think, said, let's do it next. Let's do it. Let's get it on. And AJ just sort of, he didn't say much. I think he might have said, you don't want this or something to them lines, but never really tried to get the fight going. I think AJ's got this thing in his head where I don't think he's sure of himself. If he thinks about fighting Deontay Wilder, does he believe he can actually...
Eddie Hearn delivers a measured breakdown of both fighters' mindset and recent form, carefully balancing praise and caution as he assesses the growing tension between Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder. He points to Joshua's ice-cold reaction when Wilder pushed for the fight, reading it as controlled composure under fire rather than panic, a sign of mental discipline in a volatile moment. At the same time, he notes Joshua looked sharper in his recent outing against a tough opponent, suggesting improvement rather than decline. His comments on Wilder stay deliberately uncertain, neither dismissing his threat nor fully committing to confidence in his current form, leaving him suspended between danger and question mark. The result is a rivalry still unfinished in judgment, with both men tested, evaluated, and watched closely as they edge toward the biggest face-off of their careers.